But her hair was a little cold. I had to go throw a hat on. I was looking for the black one, but I couldn't find it. I don't know where I threw it at, so I just threw this one on real quick. I'm about to tell y'all about the time I got pepper sprayed real bad. Y'all can hear me? My audio good? I'm finna jump straight into this because I got something to do. My audio good? Oh yeah, damn, I forgot. Hold on, I gotta do some shout outs. I was supposed to shout somebody out. I think I screenshotted it on my other phone too. Damn, I ain't got it. I'm gonna do it. The next video, not alive, gonna be shout out so I can read the names off first. But what up, though? Big shout out to the Feezy family. Love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy. Now, I'm about to tell y'all, I got pepper sprayed numerous of times during my incarceration, but I'm gonna tell y'all about this one specific time. Now, this was around the time I was in the foolery of running Chain Gang Game. And for all the people, you know, if you're new here, if you're new to the channel and you just hopped on the membership, if you're not familiar with what Chain Gang Gang means, I'm gonna just make a long story short. It's somebody that's in jail that has access to a phone and you play games with, you talk to people that's on the streets that feel like they want to be with you and you play games with them as if I want to be with you too, and you really just capping them down just to get some money. So this was around that time. So, you know, I told y'all, and if you are new here and you don't really know me and you don't know my character or whatever, that ain't just something that I was just on. That ain't what I was doing. It was just a phase while being in survival mode while in prison. So I'm in the process of, you know, running my game a little bit. And sometimes what people do, if they sense, any chain gang game, then they will start trying to get more facts on you, far as where are you really incarcerated at. So it goes further than just telling me, oh, I'm incarcerated at Avalanche State Prison. No, no, no. Don't just tell me, show me some type of way. Prove it to me. Let me pull you up. Let me see. Or, you know, most of the time you meet people, me personally, I didn't tell people, you know, my whole real name and nothing like that. People might go to requesting what your name is. Like, what's your real name? Not no nickname, not nothing. What's your real name, to the point, if I look you up on this government system, you're gonna pop up. You know, they'll start requesting stuff like that. And for me, you know, that was my backup moment. Like, okay, hey, you starting to do too much. And it's messed up, bro. But I'm just telling y'all, you know how it was. I'm just telling y'all the experience. So I'm going through this with an individual that lived in Nevada, I think, man. And you know, it was always little small amounts of money that, you know, she would send. But this one particular time, I think I told her something crazy about a lawyer and ended up getting like $1,200. Now, the thing about people in prison, if you got any family or friends in prison, have you ever experienced where you send them some money and you've been hearing from their ass every day, and then you send money, you don't hear from their ass about a week? That be because they be so happy to spend that money, damn near ain't studying your ass no more. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, but that's kind of how I was feeling. So she went to feeling some type of way and went to talking real, real crazy to me. So I was like, you know what, at this point it's over with. I ain't with you no more. On to the next one. But where I had slipped up at was I had told her where I was at for real. And she made, you know, she texted me making several threats about, you know, calling down to the prison and stuff like that, but she never did it. This particular person never did it. So I was worried about that on a daily, like, damn, what if they, you know, get my phone shook down or whatever, but she didn't do it. We were friends on social media. That was the biggest issue. We were friends on social media. She had my Instagram, my Facebook, you know, all that type of stuff. So she used to hit me up all the time. And at this point, I was just ignoring her, bro. And like I said, it was wrong. I know I was doing something wrong, but that was a part of that was a part of survival mode, bro. You know, it ain't nothing I'm proud of or nothing. I'm just telling y'all the truth. So where was I at? All right, so we friends on social media, right? So one day, I'm sitting here chilling. I probably haven't talked to this girl in about 3 weeks, bro. I done changed the number, blocked her. I done blocked her on my Facebook, my Instagram, everything. I got a text from like a made up number, I guess like a texting app type of number. And it said, so these the type of games we gonna play? With like 10 question marks and a LOL at the end. Now, I don't like when people ask me no damn question and then say LOL, because it's like, oh, you got something up your sleeves. You sitting there smiling and laughing about it. So I don't respond because I already know who it is. I know it's her. I don't respond. I don't say nothing. Man, next thing I know, probably about, man, I give it about 3 or 4 days, bro. My partner blowing my phone up. I had the phone put up. I was going on a detail. My partner blowing the phone up. I finally answer. I'm like, bro, what's up, bro? The man say, man, what the hell you got going on, G? I'm like, what you mean? I ain't got nothing going on. He on the streets. He like, man, I just got some messages from somebody talking about they are transgender and they make your thing get right and they like you and y'all in a committed relationship, bro. Then they went to send me pictures you done sent them, like nude type of pictures. Boy, that you done went to prison. And I'm like, man, hell no, that's cap. Ain't nobody sent you that damn picture of me. He like, nigga, I got a video. They sent the video. I deleted it already. Man, it's a video of you squeezing one. They gonna send it to my damn DM. So I'm like, no, bro. So he like, man, we don't want his government now. So he like, no. I'm like, no, ain't no damn way. So I already know who it is. I already know there's nobody else had access to no pictures of me or no videos of me doing nothing like that except for, I know who the female I was talking to. So I'm hanging up with him. I'm getting ready to call her back. Now I got buku messages. Hey, Bill, call me, text me, G-Cell. This is important, folks. So I'm like, what's up? What going on? Everybody said the same thing, bro. Everybody said the same thing. So, some people that didn't delete it ASAP, they sent it to me. And then I go look at the page where it was sent from. Never met this person a day in my life. Never had a conversation with this person a day in my life. This was really a person who lives like a transgender type of lifestyle. So I say I'm about to do what I already know to do, but just to be on the safe side, let me just double check. I go straight to the followers, and lo and behold, there go old girl that I had just ran off on with the $1,200. So I call her ASAP. I'm like, bro, what type of games you playing, bro? You gonna have somebody that you know, probably a family or friend or whatever. I'm like, bro, you gonna take this stuff and give it to somebody you know that's living like that, and then go on my Instagram and start sending messages to all my folks. I say, now what if I get placed in a situation these folks try to pull me out with the candy bar or something? Because now they believe in this because this done came from them. She like, oh, I don't give a send me my money back and I'll have them delete all the messages. Me personally, I don't give a damn what you delete. I just wanted to confront you about it, but I don't care if you delete it or not because I know what's up with me. I know how I'm really living. I know what I do and don't participate in. So I don't give a damn how you put something together, who you pay to get on your team, what you Photoshop. I don't care about nothing because long as I know, I don't really care what nobody else know. And I know that could be consequences, if you was in a certain situation and couldn't prove it. But hey, bro, at the end of the day, I'm not about to stress out over it. I know you lying. You know you lying. And that person that did that know you lying. So, I hang up on them like, whatever. Luckily, they didn't try to do no extra stuff. They didn't try to do the most or nothing. Like my folk, like far as calling people and all that extra stuff. I ain't really give a damn. I was mad at first, but then I was like, I know you lying. You know you lying. I know you ain't never met me. I damn sure know that person ain't never met me and ain't gonna never meet me. Nah, you can do it on the TV, anything. It should work on the TV. I don't know. So I say about another good week go by. I don't got no proof. I don't, well, After that, you just never know. But at first, it wasn't nothing like, oh, I know 12, 12 just ran in on me. Like it was a direct hit. It wasn't nothing like that. They was doing a regular shakedown. They found my phone, bro. Now, sometimes when they find your phone, depending on how they feel, depending on who the supervisor is, they may send you to the hole. They might write you up. They might just take it. They might not write you up or send you to the hole. This particular time, I had to go to the hole. Go to the hole, go in the room with a dude I never seen before. Been at the prison for a little while. He told me his name was Shooter. I did a video about another guy named Shooter. This is not the same Shooter. Shooter is a very common name in the prison. So, as time go by or whatever, he tell me that he bust a staff member at another camp he came from or whatever like that. So that's why he down here he didn't even use the word bust. He used the word shot. But, people that is in prison, it's a lot of lingo to try and make it seem like we damn near still free world. So like people would be arguing and be like, why shoot you? Like, why shoot him? But I know you saying you'll go bust him with a candy bar, but that's just the lingo that they try to use. So he told me he shot a staff member at another prison, and that's why he got transferred down here because he getting ready to go to the TIR program. So he was telling me that his phone literally just got knocked off the day before I came in the room. So I'm like, nah. He like, hell yeah, bro. They damn unit manager been telling me he gonna let me use the phone, man. He keep on lying to me. I'm gonna shoot his ass. So now I'm looking at him, I'm like, hold on now. You a damn serial killer or something. Man. You talk about that shooting everybody. They done put me in the wrong room. So, I'm like, all right. Now, what I noticed over time about this dude is we'll be talking about something, bro. I would have shot him is this man's answer to anything, bro. Literally anything. I'm sitting here telling him about, yeah, man, they did a damn shakedown. They came in the room, bro. Them folk came, got my phone, all my extra food, took all the food. I had 2 fans, took one of my fans, talking about you only supposed to have one fan at a time. Oh, I would have shot him. That's what he say off the drip. So I'm like, damn, would have shot him. I tell him one of the unit managers cussed me out one day. Oh, I would have shot him. That's what the man say about everybody. So I ain't gonna lie, I done slick start kind of, I ain't scared right now, but I done slick start getting uncomfortable in this room a little bit because you keep on there talking about you would have shot him and you talking about the staff members. So imagine what you would do to me. If you don't mind pulling out a staff member, I know damn well you don't mind pulling me out. So I tell him what I was just came to the hole for. That I would have shot him thing he didn't say. I'm like, man, you shot somebody about moving some food and taking your van, but you wouldn't have shot nobody about playing with your character or something like that. So I'm like, I'm just trying to figure him out really, because I got to sleep in this room around him all the time. So I'm on the top bunk. I'm laying there one night. We was just talking about all kind of stuff, telling him what I was locked up for, how much time I had or whatever. So I say, hey, Shooter. He like, yeah. I'm like, how much time you got, bro? So he said he ain't had long. He just had a couple years left. In prison, when you're doing a lot of time, once you get about to the 3 to 5 year mark, people start considering themselves short term. So he like, man, I'm short, bro. I ain't got 3, 4 more years. Now I know 3, 4 years probably sound like a lot to y'all, but to somebody that did 10, 3 and 4 is short to him. So I'm like, damn, you must wag on your case and stuff. I ain't trying to be in your business or nothing though. He like, what you mean I must wag? I say, shit, what the hell you locked up for? You sound like you was just out there slanging that fire, going crazy, popping at everybody. He said, man, hell no, man. He said, man, I got some fraud, like some scamming. I was doing some scams and ended up getting caught. I'm like, I'm trying to process it in my mind now. So if you a damn, how the hell you go from scammer to shooter? How the hell you go from scammer to shooter? You telling me all the police and all these people you would have shot if they did this and that. How the hell you know what I'm saying? Like, so I ain't saying that. I'm just thinking about it for a minute. I'm like, that man that went from damn scam to shooter. I'm like, so you was scamming on the street. He like, hell yeah, man, big time scamming. Woo, woo, woo. I'm like, so when you got locked up, you just went crazy and went to pulling people out with the candy bar? So he started laughing. He said, I ain't never pulled nobody out with no candy bar. He said, man, I just be trying to stay out the way. It's just when they piss me off, I shoot their head. So I'm like, hold on now. You say you ain't ever bust nobody with the candy bar. He said, yeah. I said, so when you talk about one of them staff members, if y'all watching this, hit that like button for your boy. We got 40 people, 9 likes. So I'm like, so when you always talk about the staff members, and you always talk about, if they do this, I'm gonna shoot them, or if they do that, I'm gonna shoot them. You just shot a staff member at another prison. I said, what the hell is you talking about? How you talking about this? But you just said you ain't never bust nobody with the candy bar. That man got quiet for a minute. So I'm like, I done got quiet too. And I done held my breath. Now the reason I held my breath is because I'm trying to hear everything. Cause we just was talking about something, and then I didn't know if he was gonna take it as like, I'm almost questioning or like trying to call him a liar or whatever. So when he gets so quiet, I don't want to hear nothing. I hold my breath for a minute. I'm trying to hear every single piece of movement down there. You know what I'm saying? So I could be on point if he up to anything strange or whatever. The man busts out laughing. The quietness was him. You know what I'm saying? Like gasping on air. The man busts out laughing and said, man, I'm talking about shooting the police. Man, I'm talking about with a bottle of shit. So I said, what? He said, with a bottle of shit, man. I throw doo-doo, man. That's what I do. I'm like, what the busy? I said, man, that's what you was talking about the whole time. He said, hell yeah. I said, bro, you talk about you would have shot him. I was shooting him. He said, why the hell you think I ain't say nothing like that when you was talking about somebody on the streets and how they tried you? Because, yeah, I'm in here, you know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about they tried me. I'm throwing it on them. I don't give a damn. That's what I do. That's what I'm known for doing. I've been doing it for years, bro. And they respect me about that. They don't play with me about that. So I'm like, oh, hell no. Nah. So I asked him, I'm like, you only do it to staff members? You don't throw it on inmates too, do you? So he like, nah, hell no, it's just the police. Cause that's just like my ultimate way. I throw shit on their ass. I feel like that's my strap. That's my pistol right there. Hit their ass with that shit. Shit. But they gonna do whatever it is you trying to do because they don't want that thrown on them, bro. Everybody know that. So that is kind of true though. Them folk don't want that stuff on them, bro. So you hear the door pop. He get up. He go look out the door. He go to screaming, say unit manager. Say unit manager. Now, the unit manager was in there running DR court. Okay, so the unit manager is over this hole. This is his hole. The dorm is the hole. We're in the hole, of course. The unit manager manages this side of the prison. This dorm is assigned to him. So whenever like anything crazy happens, he be the one to handle it. Whenever people need to get on the phone or whatever the case, he be the one to say who can and who can't use the phone. It's just he had to go get his paperwork or whatever to come back to do DR court. DR court is whenever you get a DR, which is a disciplinary report, a write-up, whatever dorm you go to, they send it to the unit manager over your dorm. And then they got to come down to you and ask you, how do you plead guilty, not guilty? Welcome Slim in the Loop back to the membership. He come ask you, are you guilty, not guilty? He let you know if you is guilty, what your punishment gonna be, this, and that type stuff. So he calling his name. So the unit manager like, man, who is that? What room that is? So Shooter yell out what room we in. So he was like, I'm about to, I'm about to make my way down there. You better believe that. I'm about to make my way down there. So they start laughing. So Shooter started laughing. So he like, yeah, he about to come down here. Cause I know they wrote me a DR. He said, that's the only reason I ain't shot their ass yet. Cause I'm trying to see how they finna play out or whatever. I'm like, shit, I think they wrote me one too. So he like, yeah, he about to come down here. So the unit manager go, all these different doors. He finally make it all door. He say, open that flap. So he unlock it. He tell him to open it. It usually have a thing where it hold up on his own, but this flap was broke. So bruh had to push his hand out like this and hold it up while the unit manager was sitting out there. Going through the paperwork. So the unit manager called my name first. So I go over there to the flat. I'm like, what's up? He like, man, how you plead, guilty or not guilty? I'm like, for what? He like, come on, man. Come on, don't play stupid, man. You know what you in the hole for. So, you know, I'm bored anyway. Hell, I wanted somebody to talk to beside this crazy ass man talking about throwing dookie. So I'm like, what am I in the hole for? I don't know. Ain't nobody told me nothing. So he like, man, you got caught with an all black LG phone, man. And then on the thing, they got to take pictures of it. So he showed me on the next page the phone. So I'm like, oh no, I'm just playing dumb, bro. It is what it. I didn't care. So I'm like, man, I ain't had no damn phone. Them folks must have planted that on me. They must have had the wrong person or something. So he like, hey man, is you pleading guilty or not guilty? Which one you gonna do, man? So I'm like, well shit, I'm not guilty because I ain't had no damn phone. So he like, all right, well you on what it was, stole phone and visitation, I think. He said, I'm gonna give you 60 days store restriction. That means in my name, I can't go to commissary for 60 days. We can go to commissary once a week. So that's 8 store cars I got to miss. That's 2 months worth of store cars. So he said, you can't go to the store for 60 days. You can't use the phone, the wall phone for days, and you can't have a visitation from nobody for 60 days. You're going on store phone visitation. I'm putting you on all that for 60 days. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So he rip off my piece, he give it to me. I go hop back on my bunk. Now he go to talking to my roommate about his DR. So my right before the unit manager even trying to talk about the DR, my roommate is like, hey, what's up with that phone call, man? I need to talk to my folks, man. I need to check on my girl, my mama, my brother now. So they're like, all right, I told you we're gonna get around to it. I told you I'm gonna let you make a phone call. The unit manager talking about, hey, you should have made all the phone calls you needed to make before we found one in this room. So they like, come on, unit manager, Brady, it is what it is, bro. I'm locked up. You work here. You caught me with a phone. It is what it is, but you still, as a man, gave me your word that you're gonna let me get a phone call, bro. So he was like, I'm gonna let you get the phone call. Just let me finish DR court. As soon as I finish DR court, I'm gonna let you get the phone call. So he was like, all right. Now in the hole, the phones ain't on the wall, of course, because we can't leave out the room. It's on like almost look like a dolly. Matter of fact, that's what it is, like a small dolly, and they push it, they bring it around to the room to each door, and then they plug it up, and then it work like that. So he read off everything that pretty much give bro the same exact punishment I had. 60 days, stole phone and visitation. So he give him his paper. So he like, so soon as you get done, you gonna let me get a phone call? Now the unit manager's got a phone in the dorm that is like a house phone. You remember them house phones that used to lay on the thing? It's a phone in every dorm. So, you know, when people be really need to make a call, the unit manager has the authority to let you come to your room, and it only from the front office of the prison can dial out. So he'll call the people on main control and be like, hey, dial this number for me. And then he'll ask the inmate what the number is. And then he'll tell it to the girl, and she'll dial it in like 3-way, or then you can talk to your family like that. So before he walked off, he was like, you still gonna let me use the phone, man? He was like, yeah, as soon as I get finished with doing DR court, I'm gonna start letting a couple people use the phone. So he was like, all right, cool. So he leave. So we sitting in there chopping it up for a minute. Man, that thing, you know, about 30 minutes done went by. The dawn done got quiet as hell. We hear the door pop again. So he jump up, he run, he look out the door. It's the tray. He like, man, ain't no way, man. He like, man, ain't no way, man. Trey's coming in here, bro. Trey's coming in here, bro. I'm like, the Trey's? He like, yeah. But he's blowed because he don't see the unit manager. So when they get to our door for the trays, oh, I thought I had something in my. When they get to our door to pass out the trays, he asked the officer, he like, hey man, where the unit manager at, man? He like, man, that man left. I don't know where he went. He like, he didn't say he was coming back. He looked over there by his office. He said, nah, his office door locked, so I don't know if he planning on coming back or not. So bruh instantly he got both of the trays, and then he stuck his arm out the flap. So the officer like, come on, bro, put your arm back in the flap. Don't do that. He like, man, I ain't doing shit. Get that nigga down here right now. Get him down here. I ain't doing shit. So here's the thing. The flaps is supposed to be locked. The only time the flap is supposed to come open is if the officer opens it for whatever reason, and then he's supposed to lock it right back. Many people have got bust with the candy bar through the flap, done got feces thrown on them, all kind of stuff. So if the flap open, over the dorm, whatever the unit manager is, the officer of the dorm is mandatory that they call the unit manager and tell them that somebody bucking on the flap. And then when somebody bucking on the flap, the unit manager got to come down there and deal with it. So that's the purpose of him sticking his arm out the flap, because the officer can't just slam the flap on his arm because he can get a lawsuit like that. So he bucking. So the unit manager finally come in there. So he comes straight up to the room talking about, man, close the door, man. Get your arm out the flap. Get your arm out the flap. So he like, what's up with my phone call, bro? So he's like, bro, get your arm out the flap, bro. Get your arm out the flap and I'm about to talk to you about it. Get your arm out the flap and I got you. I'm going to talk to you about it. So he like, bro, you just left. You just told me you was finna let me do this. Bro, you just left, bro. Like, what you got going on? I need to check on my folks, bro. I ain't talked to my family. He was like, man, get your arm out of the flap and I'm going to talk to you about it. So bro pulled his arm out the flap. The unit manager slammed it and locked it. As soon as he locked it, the unit manager leaned up against the door. He said, all right, now, man, what you want to talk to me about? So that done pissed bro off already. He like, what you mean? You know what I want to talk to you about. I just told you. You just said you about to let me use the phone, bro. Let me get one phone call. 10 minutes. That's all I need. Unit manager said, shit, then you just go on 60-day phone restriction earlier. You ain't using no phone. So bro go to spazzing out. He's screaming at the unit manager. He like, bro, that's the blue phone, bro. That ain't got nothing to do with this phone, the phone you can let me use, bro. You just told me you was gonna let me use it. When you put me on phone restriction, now you done flip the script. So the unit manager like, man, you on phone restriction. I ain't studying nothing you talking about. You on phone restriction. So he walk up. So brother's got to screaming, spazzing out, cussing, kicking the door, beating the door. And I'm like, damn, that's messed up, bro. Even though he went on phone restriction, you did just tell the man you was gonna bring him that phone and let him get a call to check on his family or whatever. So bro like, whatever. He kind of seemed like he ain't studying it or whatever. So later on that day, he like, hey, bro, let me use the bathroom real quick. So when you're in a hole and you got to use the bathroom, they got to take, I'm on the top bunk, so they always use the bottom of my mat. He'll take one side of his blanket, he'll stick it under the bottom of my mat, and then he'll take an ink pen, stretch the blanket out to this side. At the top of every box, on all corners, it got these thick holes in them. I don't know what it's for. He'll put the blanket, pull it right over the hole, and stab the ink pen through it. So now the pen is like stuck on the box like this and the blanket hanging like that. So it's like a whole tent up, a whole curtain up. So I don't, even though I can't see there because of this curtain, I still turn the other way anyway. So later on, I think probably about 1, 2 in the morning, I got up to take a piss. And when I went over there, I seen that a lot with the flapping stuff. So when I went over there to, use the bathroom, I kind of smelled something strange a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It smelled like, it just ain't smell right. It smelled like somebody used the bathroom and ain't flushed the toilet. It just was something a little strange. This message is held for review. Yeah, it was something smelling kind of funny, you know what I'm saying? Terrible smell. So I'm that's what I'm thinking. And then it's dark. I ain't do the most and try to get the light on because we in the hole anyway. So then I had to go yelling to the officer to come turn on the light. I just assumed that my roommate, I don't know, we'll figure it out tomorrow. I take my leak, flush the toilet, wash my hands, jump back up there on the bed. Next morning come by, they bring us the breakfast trays. He passed me my tray, he set his tray on the bottom of his bunk, stick his arm out the flap. He bucket. I'm not taking my arm out until the unit manager come. I don't give a damn. I need to see the unit manager. That's the only way I'm taking my arm out the flap is if I see the unit manager. Unit manager come down there. I done finished eating through the thing back on top of the box. Unit manager come down there as he's walking up to the room. So I lay back down on the bed, but that same smell I smelled last night, it done got 10 times stronger. I'm like, boy, this nigga farting or something? Like, boy, what the hell going on in the room smelling like this? I don't like that, bro. Cause when I was in jail, I used to always be trying to holler at the female staff members and stuff. So I ain't never want no, my damn room smell like no diarrhea or something. They walk by, be looking at me like I'm nasty or something. So I'm like, bro, what? I threw the cover over my head and everything. So they come over there. Him and the unit manager go to argue. He calling the unit manager all kind of all kind of stuff like that. So the unit manager tell him, man, close the flap before I go get the spray, bro. Close the flap before I go get the spray, bro. So he like, man, I ain't closing. You had to do what you had to do. So the unit manager like, all right, man, whatever. He walk off. So the officer comes over there. That's a young dude. He like, hey, bro. He like, hey, bro. Man, fuck with me, bro. Close the flap, bro. Come on, bro. Don't make that nigga do all this. Cause then I'm gonna have to do paperwork cause this the dorm I'm working. Come on, bro. Just fuck with me, bro. He said, goddamn, when I come back to work over the weekend, bro, I'll fuck with y'all, boy. I'll bring y'all some hot wings or something. Just close the flap though, bro. He was like, man, fuck that, bro. I'm not closing no flap. So this officer was kind of cool though. He like, bro, just do it for me, bro. I'm asking. So he was like, listen, bro, man, I'm about to throw some shit, bro. Man, you better get the hell out the way, bro. So the officer like, listen, hey, boy, you throw some shit on me, I'm throwing something back on you. That's on my mama. This is what the officer saying. But he's so playing because he ain't screaming and talking loud like putting the unit manager on point. He was like, boy, that's on my mama, boy. You throw some shit on me, I'm throwing something right back on you. Now, I don't know if I told y'all before. I think I did, but if I didn't, sometimes when a person throws that on the officer, if the officer is on that same type of timing, they'll go around to other inmates in the hole and be like, hey man, somebody get me some doo-doo ready. Somebody get me some doo-doo ready, bro. Put it in the bottle. Whoever get it ready for me, man, I'll give y'all boys some snacks. Bring y'all boys some little wings or something when I come back to work. And you'll have people real life doing it for the officer. And then the officer will run them over there, catch the inmate down bad and throw it back on them. So when the officer's saying this, I kind of was taking the cover off my head a little bit to make sure I ain't tweaking, make sure that is what was said. What fully caught my attention was when he said, but that's on everything, boy. You throw some shit on me, I'm throwing it back on you. I'm getting you and your roommate. Then I'm like, oh, you getting him and his roommate. Hold on now. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That has nothing to do with me. Whatever y'all got going on ain't got nothing to do with me. So he like, nah, bro. Shooter go to telling the officer, he said, nah, bro, I ain't talking about you, bro. I know you cool people. I'm talking about the unit manager, bro, how he just tried me. So he was like, bro, just do it for me, bro. Close the flap. So Shooter was like, do something for me, bro. You do something for me, I'm going to close the flap. I promise you I'll never give you another issue. So he like, what's up? Shooter said, man, get the unit manager to come back over here, bro. Get him to come back over here. And then when he get back over here, I need you to walk away real quick and I'm finna throw some doo-doo on that nigga. So the officer started laughing. He gets straight up and walked this way to where the unit manager went. Shooter looks up at me and busts out laughing. I'm like, boy, you crazy as hell, boy. That man do that, y'all crazy as hell. So you hear them talking. And, you know, the voices are getting louder, so you know they're getting closer. So he like, yeah, man, I don't know what the inmate talking about. He talking about his chest hurt or something like that. Now, whenever an inmate in the hole and they say your chest hurt, when you say your chest hurt, they supposed to take that serious because people that had heart attacks and stuff. So the young man is like, man, he a motherfucking lie. His motherfucking chest don't hurt, but he's coming up to the room because he still got to see him. He like, man, you a motherfucking lie. So when he get right in front of the door, he like, man, your chest don't hurt. Quit fucking lying. The other officer that came with the unit manager instantly goes walking this way across the big float. So I guess he ain't really rock with the unit manager like that for real, neither. Man, as soon as that dude walked away for real, man, Shooter took that bottle. He had a bottle right there on the floor, like right up under the sink next to the flap. That's why that smell had got so strong. He done took the top off of it already. Man, that man snatched that bottle, shot his arm out the flap and squeezed the bottle. Man, you could hear the unit manager scream. He said, oh, you bitch. Oh, you bitch ass nigga. Oh, you bitch ass nigga. He went to screaming and stuff like that. He went to wiping it up, bro. It was all on the man's eyes, I think, all on his lips. Then he had a big ass beard, bro. The man literally had feces and urine mixed together, stuck all in his beard, bro. So the unit manager took off running that way, and then bro pulled his arm out the flap. He laughing his ass off. Everybody in the dorm laughing, beating on the doors, laughing. And man, I'll probably say about 10 minutes later, bro, the unit manager came back to our door with 3 CERT team members. Soon the man came to the door. Hey, Bill, he called my name. I look up. I'm like, what's up? He said, come cuff up, man. So, you know, I'm getting off the bed slow, but I'm thinking like, hold on, not come cuff up. The hell you want to cuff me up? You need to be cuffing up the damn shooter, nigga. I ain't did nothing to you. So I'm getting off the bed. I'm like, cuff up for what? He like, man, come cuff up. I ain't finna do too much talking now. So I go over there to the door. So I'm like, hey, you in the manager? He like, what's up? I'm like, what you want me to cuff up for? What did I do? He said, because I'm about to come in your room and I need you to cuff up. So I'm like, oh, all right. So now I'm thinking They about to cuff me up, probably put me in the shower, come in here, beat the dog, slap out a shooter. So, I go there, put my hand behind my back, lean into the flap, they handcuff me. When I come up out the thing, he tell me, go to the back of the cell. So I go to the back of the cell, he tells shooter, come cuff up, man. So shooter say, I ain't doing no cuffing up. I ain't doing no cuffing up. He like, man, come cuff up. I ain't gonna tell you again. He said, I'm not doing no cuffing up. I'm not doing no cuffing up. So now shooter getting all hostile. Now I started getting extremely uncomfortable because this is my thing. I'm in here in handcuffs. Shooter been cool people. I ain't had no issues with him. But the thing is this, if this man decide to start whooping my ass or pull out a candy bar on me for real, what can I do? I'm handcuffed. So now when shooter keep refusing, now I go to telling the unit manager, hey, bro, I go walking back over there to the door. I'm like, hey, bro, you need to let me up out the damn room and take these handcuffs off, one of the two, because hell no, I'm not safe right now. I just don't feel safe right now. So he like, man, you need to go back to the back of the cell. I'm like, nigga, you need to take these damn handcuffs off me because anything can happen. I ain't trying to say nothing crazy about shooter, but at the same time, that's how I'm feeling. And he keep looking all crazy and stuff too. I'm like, bro, hell no, you need to take these handcuffs off of me. So then shooter started laughing and like while I'm right here talking, the window is only about this big. While I'm right here talking, this is how I knew shooter was crazy. He started pushing his face damn near like next to mine, trying to make both of our faces fit in the window. So it's like our faces is half and half. I don't want to say nothing too crazy because I'm in handcuffs. He can whoop my ass right now. So I just kind of back up off on. So he started laughing and was like, that's why you had doo-doo in your mouth. You had doo-doo on your beard. He's saying this to the unit manager. Man, next thing you know, bro, the unit manager stuck his arm through that flap and he had that big black, thought I hope bless him. He had that big black and yellow, but I just sneezed thinking about that pepper spray. He had a big black and yellow can of spray with a long handle on the back. But that man stuck his arm inside that room and squeezed that thing. Shooter started screaming. I started damn screaming. I turned this way, turning my back to them, trying to kneel down as much as I can. Bro, I was burning. It feels like your body is just like fire is just on you, bro. It's on my back, the back of my neck. I had on shorts. It's all on my leg. The shorts ain't but this thin. The shorts they sell in the jail, so it's like it's penetrating through the shorts, getting on my damn skin. Man, I'm burning. I done started screaming, sitting in the corner with my eyes closed like this, looking about crazy as hell. Shooter screaming, running around the room, trying to grab stuff or whatever. After they sprayed him real good, now they arguing with him again, telling him come cuff up. He coughing, I'm coughing, man. I'm coughing up all kind of spit, nose running, all kind of stuff like that, bro. Shooter still refusing to cuff up. So I'm like, Shooter, bro, please cuff up, bro. Please just let me get up out the room. Please cuff up, bro. So Shooter finally go over there and cuff up. When he cuff up, they open the door. The unit manager called my name. I get up. I run over there to the door blindly. Really can't even see where I'm going. He brought me out the room and slammed the door again. So shooter started screaming like, bro, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Now, when they spray a room, they supposed to take you out the room. That's why they took me out and put me in the shower and let me sit there for a few hours to kind of let it die down. And bro, they left shooter in that room for hours. And when they finally went in there to take the handcuffs off of him, they had to take the man to the damn hospital. They say he was, I don't know if something was doing something to him. I don't know if he had passed out or what, but they had to take him to the Real Deal Hospital. And that was one of the times I got pepper sprayed real bad, bro. And then make it so crazy. I'm gonna tell you this is how they try to pacify everybody. But the thing's so crazy, so many people go for it in the prison because they don't got nothing else. When they bring me back out the hole, shooter wasn't in that room. So he let me go back in there and pack up my property. He asked me first, he was like, you want to stay in that room and I'll get you all the chemicals you need to clean it up or I'll put you in another room. I was like, no, put me in another room. I don't even want to smell that. So I pack up my property, take me to another room. This man gonna come back to my room with a damn bag of like a sack this big just full of snacks. And then he brought it to me. He was like, bro, that's for you getting hit with that spray. I ain't mean to spray you, but it wasn't no way I could spray him without spraying you. And go give me a damn bag of tater chips and a drink and some candy bars. I mean, I tore that damn bag up, but I'm just saying, like, nigga, this don't, hell no, this ain't it. You need to give me something a little more than that. But I just wanted to tell y'all about one of the times I got pepper sprayed real bad in the prison. It's your boy Bill, I'm gone.